The numbers are mind-blowing. Women just like you and me are dying at the rate of 1 per minute, all because of heart disease. Now on this Fox 9 Go Red special, inspiring stories, the risks, and how to prevent them. Hi everyone, and thanks for joining us for this Fox 9 Go Red special. As you've probably heard by now, February is American Heart Month, a perfect time to educate yourself and others on making heart-healthy choices in your life. The American Heart Association launched Go Red for Women 7 years ago, and the movement has caught fire. Their mission to make sure that you know heart disease is the #1 killer of women, taking the life of 1 in 3 women each year. That breaks down to about 1 woman per minute. And get this, 90% of women have 1 or more of the risk factors. This now is Angela Craig, Twin Cities Go Red Chair and Vice President of the Corporate Relations and Human Resources at St. Jude Medical. Thank you so much for being here. You have had a very big year. You are the chair for the Go Red campaign, and it's been a good year. We just had the luncheon. What is Go Red?
Well, Go Red really is the American Heart Association's activities around raising awareness of heart disease in women. In particular, Marnie, as you know, 1 in 3 Americans will develop heart disease, and women, it's an area where we really can raise both awareness and funds to do further research, and that's what we've been doing here locally.
Why is it so important that we get this message across, that heart disease is the #1 killer?
14 women today in Minnesota will die of heart disease. We still don't have the message completely out there that heart disease is the #1 killer of women. So until we accomplish that and until we understand how heart disease affects women and how that's different from men, it's really an important area we continue to focus on.
That's right, and research, and it takes a lot of money to make sure that people know and are aware of what's going on. How can they get involved?
Well, Go Red is really a movement that is taking hold across the country. It's only 8 years old, and so as we think about both from an awareness level and a research level, there are a number of ways we can get involved. The truth is that heart disease is largely preventable. About 80% of heart disease is preventable, and so as we get to know what our risk factors are, as we learn how we can exercise, how we can change our diets, how we can check our cholesterol levels, as we understand what the mechanisms for heart disease are, we can take a proactive approach. And in the meantime, we do need to raise money. I'm so pleased with the level of funding and support that we've received here in the Twin Cities locally, because that's $540,000 more dollars that can go to heart disease research.
That's amazing. And how is that money specifically spent? Where is the money going?
The money's going specifically to research for women, so we can understand better exactly the mechanisms for prevention, for detection, and for treatment for women in heart disease.
And what more can we do? I mean, you hear so often that the numbers and the force behind breast cancer awareness is so strong, and that's wonderful, but how do we make sure that heart disease is just as recognizably a deadly disease?
Well, I think the first step is to recognize that we all have responsibility for ourselves, and so taking action and understanding your own risk factors, making changes that aren't so easy. I know this week and the week before I've been tortured by a trainer every week, but I'm changing my own life. I'm starting with myself and with my own family and getting involved with the American Heart Association, making the effort to learn how you can reduce the risk factors for yourself, your family, and getting involved in our community.
It starts with you. Angela Craig, thank you, the 2011 Chair for Twin Cities Go Red. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.